A very warm welcome to Colors of India, your weekly cultural diary. I'm Teena Jha with another brand new episode. So as always, let's begin with a look at the highlights first.
Our focus this week is on the incredible Andamanese culture, followed by a mesmerizing melange, and finally some lip-smacking tribal food.
Our first story this week is from the islands of Andaman and Nicobar, with some exotic visuals of traditional songs and dance. So get ready to be charmed by some vignettes of the island life.
Wide blue ocean, sand, a wrecked ship and shells, reminiscent of an era when wars used to be waged on the beaches. Only this time, it's the ring of sweet music, welcoming Vice President Muhammad Hamid Ansari and his wife Begum Salma Ansari to Andaman and Nicobar's कार निकोबार आइलैंड।
इसी तरह अगर अब देश के बड़े बड़े नेता अगर हमारे इस छोटे से द्वीप का अगर दोबारा विजिट करें तो हमें बहुत खुशी होगी।
Putting together an array of spectacular performances, the Nicobari people presented a traditional piece where a group of men and women sang and another danced to local tunes. Men wearing dried coconut leaves swayed to the rhythm of the waves.
ये तो बहुत ही सुंदर और एडुकेटेड ट्राइब है जिन लोग हमेशा ही खुश रहते हैं और आज एम हमीद अंसारी जी आने से उन्होंने और भी खुश हैं और गानों के माध्यम से उन्होंने इतना अच्छी तरीके से उनको स्वागत किए। ये बहुत ही आज के दिन के लिए बहुत ही एक स्मरणीय दिन निकोबारीज के लिए है।
Among other striking performances was a stick fight from the island of Langkawi. Another was a form of freestyle wrestling shown by the youth of Car Nicobar. All perfect examples of an island culture that's vibrant with the many tribes settled here from outside India.
Simple yet colorful. That's the way Nicobaris live and express their culture. So after these exotic visuals, let me take you to a crafts bazaar. This year's Dastkari Craft Bazaar saw some amazing craftsmanship. One that stood out was the art of carpet weaving. Take a look.
Fuzzy, warm and soft. Those carpets have maintained those features ever since the 2nd millennium BC. Down the ages, they acquired reputations, some stretching the imagination, from protecting nomadic tribes from hard winds to possessing magical powers of flying. In recent times, they are even looked on as works of art. The Dastkari Haat Samiti's annual bazaar allowed us to take a closer look into this world of carpet weaving through Tibetan and Mirzapuri craftsmanship.
It's not just any old bazaar where you can go and buy something without thinking what's behind it. But when you get to appreciate how it's made, who is the person, which community do they come from, why is it they do that kind of design and not something else? All these things show the infinite cultures of our country. And when you talk about the culture behind something, the thing itself becomes more valuable.
Mirzapur is renowned for its carpets. Using the weaving technique, the master craftsman skillfully weaves a single woolen thread around the stretched out structure made of cotton threads. Every stitch is pulled down and tightened. A single carpet takes more than a month to make.
जब हमारे यहाँ ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट थी उस टाइम पे ईरानियन एक कैंप आया हुआ था, तो उन लोगों ने वहाँ पे अपना कैंप लगाया और वो 2-3 साल वहाँ थे और उन्होंने मैम वहीं पे लकड़ियों से एक लूम बनाया और उसी पर कारपेट वीविंग का काम, क्योंकि ईरान का ही काम है ये, उन लोगों ने वहाँ पे अपना वीविंग का काम स्टार्ट किया। तो उसमें कुछ लोग हमारे यहाँ के लोगों ने जाके उनसे रिक्वेस्ट की और सीखा उस काम को उस ज़माने में। सीखने के बाद मैम जब वो ईरानियन कैंप जब वहाँ से उठ गया, चले गए लोग, तो हमारे यहाँ के लोगों ने जो कारपेट बनाए उस टाइम ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट का हमारे खमरिया में एक आज के डेट में ईहीलैंड कंपनी करके वो डेवलप हुआ है, उनका उस टाइम पे वो हेडक्वार्टर था। तो वहाँ पर उन लोगों ने जब जाकर वहाँ अंग्रेजों को दिखाया तो उनको बहुत पसंद आया, तो उन्होंने उसको प्रमोट किया उस टाइम और काफ़ी हेल्प की। आज के डेट में उनका जो हेडक्वार्टर है वो ईहीलैंड कंपनी के नाम से हमारे यहाँ जाना जाता है।
Unlike Mirzapuri carpets, where the color tone is pastel, Tibetan carpets use the brighter blues and greens. Here, the carpets use the knotting technique. Hands deftly swirl around each thread, tying a knot that is then chopped off. Deftly working along the design layout, the threads are then squeezed in.
Mirzapur carpet and this Tibetan carpet, their techniques are very different. So in Mirzapur, they knot and cut it. First they knot it, cut it, knot it, cut it. But in Tibetan carpet, then first they knot, whatever the size is. They first the one line they knot it, then after completing it, they cut. So the process of the time taking, Mirzapur is time taking, and Tibetan is not that much time taking.
In terms of art, carpets are the new canvases. From floral motifs, the themes have shifted towards famous Hollywood and Bollywood posters. Kill Bill, Godfather, Batman to Shri 420, to even beautiful calligraphy, all of which have turned ordinary carpets into flamboyant assets.
From floors to walls, carpets adorn homes of royal families through ages. And with such innovations, this craft is here to stay for a long, long time. On that note, time for us to slip into a very short break. There's much more lined up for you on the other side. Don't go away.
Coming up after the break, an enchanting violin recital. Do stay with us.
आजादी के बाद कैसे बदला परिवेश, कैसे बनी संसद, कैसे उठा देश।
When the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
कौन थे वो लोग जो दे गए हमको शानदार विरासत, लोकतंत्र की मजबूत इमारत। राज्यसभा टेलीविजन।
Welcome back after the break. Much of the magic of Indian classical music is derived from its ability to convey from an amalgamation of centuries-old art and culture to move the senses. A unique Indo-US collaboration showcased some classical productions in New Delhi, marked by strong roots in the cultural traditions of both countries. Take a look.
The event was titled Chayanika, a mission to disseminate cultural heritage through stage shows of classical music and dance. The show began with a sitar recital by Subrata Dey of the Vishnupur Gharana. Rag Nandeshwari was the theme. A spontaneous expression of powerful emotions arising out of deep knowledge of his instrument and the music.
Sitar is a kind invented in the 12th century by Amir Khusro, and it was being a Persian instrument Sitar. So 3 strings been invented on that. After that slowly is developed and modified into 7 strings, and then we have the sympathetic strings of 13. So my Sitar is a Vishnupur Gharana, from Vishnupur Gharana style, where we have 13 strings sympathetics and 21 frets in the Sitar main scale main thing.
Next, an Odissi Bharatanatyam collaborative work, deriving from the finest of both these classical dance traditions. Sreyashi Dey and her disciples began with an invocation dedicated to the great goddess who takes the form of Omkar Karani.
What you can see in the dance is a combination of surviving traditions from the Gotipua style, which is young boys performing an acrobatic form of dance, as well as the Mahari style, which is women Devadasis performing in the Puri Jagannath temple. So our present day Odissi style has been reconstructed from these 2 traditions.
And on from there to a rhythmic piece combining the lyrical grace of Odissi with the vigorous geometry of Bharatanatyam. And the high point of the evening, the spiritually rousing Dashavatar. The composition chronicles the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu, the preserver of life in the universe. In an innovative and seamless combination of Odissi and Bharatanatyam styles, the dancers weaved through the mythical stories, creating powerful motifs through the dancing bodies.
The new and innovative choreography incorporating different dance styles was an unforgettable experience. Shows like these help promote cultural relations between nations. And what better time to do so when both India and the United States are writing a new chapter in their bilateral relations. Moving on now to our next performance, an enchanting violin recital. This performance asserts the fact that music is the best cure for any malady. So here's a treat for all music lovers.
An evening dedicated to an instrument that seems quite at home in a street or a concert hall. The violin recital by Darshan Singh Sur in Rag Bihag was an initiative to create awareness for Indian classical music. An endeavor to capture both heads and hearts of today's generation.
वायलिन जो वैसे तो पाश्चात्य इंस्ट्रूमेंट है जर्मनी और इटली से, लेकिन इंडियन क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक को मुझसे पहले बहुत सैकड़ों वर्ष पहले भी लोगों ने अप्लाई किया उस पर इंडियन क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक को। किसी भी म्यूज़िक के लिए चाहे आप रॉक या पॉप गा रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर वैसे भी बहुत से लोग हैं जो रॉक पॉप कर रहे हैं और इंडियन क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक सीख रहे हैं, क्योंकि बेस काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है, क्योंकि इसकी बारीकियाँ, इसकी जो बेसिक्स हैं वो सब कुछ क्लियर हो जाता है उसमें, और आप मैच्योर आर्टिस्ट हो जाते हो जब आप पूरी प्रैक्टिस कर लेते हो। ये होता है।
Trained in the classical tradition under late Guru Joy Srivastav, Darshan brings out a unique sense of both playing the instrument and his deep knowledge of the rag.
हमारी जो एक जीन है जो चली आ रही है, वो कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट जो अभी रह गए हैं या जिनको हम अभी लेकर के चल रहे हैं, ये कुछ इंस्ट्रूमेंट बचाए हुए हैं हमारी संस्कृति को, जो हमारे संगीत से झलकती है।
The tempo increases as Zuhaib Ahmed Khan accompanies Darshan on the tabla. Khan is a product of the Ajrara Gharana, famous for its sound clarity and complicated patterns. The violin as it's played today is an invention from the early 16th century northern Italy. It was also called a fiddle or viola.
Instrumental music reflects a high degree of rhythmic sophistication and artistry. Played with virtuosity, it's indeed the perfect treat for any music buff. On that note, we slip into another short break. There's still more to come on the program. Do stay with us.
After the break, we take you to the first of its kind tribal food festival to relish a spread of ethnic food. So don't go away.
Welcome back after the break. Now, as we enter the last leg of our show, we tell you all that was happening in the capital on the food front. Delhi recently hosted the first of its kind tribal food festival, where regions big or small participated and brought their best dish forward. Our foodie Subrata takes you on a food walk to this unique festival.
Hello and welcome to Food Trail with me, Shubhra Mukherjee. Our fast-paced life and modern lifestyle has limited us to just live on the contemporary world cuisine that is actually surrounding us. So much so that we have forgotten India's indigenous food habits. But this time on Food Trail, I'll be exploring India's diverse tribal cuisines and their delicacies in offer. So come and join me. A bright green tribal mask made out of vegetables and the shocking red ambience set the mood for the unknown to unfold. The Tribal Food Festival is a brand new concept launched by the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, bringing together local chefs from small neighborhoods to participate and promote their ethnic tribal foods.
Idea behind, objective behind organizing this event is to provide various source of revenue to the tribals. दिल्ली दिल वालों की है और दिल वालों की नहीं बट ये खाने वालों की है दिल्ली, इसलिए हमने फर्स्ट टाइम ये कॉन्सेप्ट ट्राइफेड की हिस्ट्री में और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स की हिस्ट्री में फर्स्ट टाइम ये हुआ है. और thanks to our ministry and thanks to my management TriFed and really this has come up very well.
The event drew an impressive audience too. Representatives of 99 primitive tribes from 16 states served lip-smacking dishes. Like from the Aravalli region, came the lazeez aloo and kachori. A tribal snack and a healthy sweet laddu made of methi or fenugreek and jaggery. Uttarakhand brought its vegetarian varieties like the kappa, a dish made of spinach, and tur ki dal along with hot and freshly made bajra roti. The simple yet elegant preparations are what attracted the foodies.
How different everything is throughout India. I mean, be the taste, be the texture of the food, or whatever ingredients that they are using, and everything. It's like it's quite very big, and I mean, like, it's massive, and the whole amount of flavor that goes into your mouth, it's like quite good actually.
Delhi, we crave for such kind of food, like tribal food and different kind of states. जो दूसरे प्रकार के प्रांत हैं, उस चीज़ का जो दिल्ली में है ना, वो चीज़ मिलती नहीं है हम लोगों को, तो we just crave for it.
Madhya Pradesh showed its uniqueness through its Suji Puri. A mixture of suji and green chilies dropped into boiling hot oil, making flat, crispy puris. And also its dried pumpkin and pea dish. But what got the fancy of many was a wild form of rice called kodo kadai.
अनाजों में सबसे बड़े अनाज होता है ये कोदो कोदई। कोदो कोदई, कुटकी कोदई, ये एक बराबर तुल में माने जाते हैं इनको। अब बचपन ही से हम लोग यही खाते आए हुए हैं। जब ये खा रहे थे हम, तब कोई तरीका के हमें बीमारी नहीं सताया, और जब चावल खा रहे हैं तो इससे हमें शीतांश होता है, तो कहीं खुजलियाँ आते हैं, ये कमजोरियाँ भी आता है, अच्छा से पाचन नहीं होता है उससे, चावल से हमारा।
When cooked, it turns into a fine granulated dish that is consumed both as a substitute of rice and also made into kheer. This is served along with an organic side dish made of chane ka saag.
Now what I've just tasted is a tribal dish from Madhya Pradesh which is called kodo kadai. It is a form of a rice which is a major produce in Madhya Pradesh, which is served along with a bhaji. This is the chane ki bhaji. It's actually quite bitter, but then if you mix it well with the kodo kadai rice, it's pretty amazing. The rice supposedly is similar to the rice we normally consume, but then is high on nutritional value. It's actually very good for pregnant women, as I've got to know from the very stall. Nonetheless, a very indigenous flavor that I'm getting over here. Really nice, not overpowering flavors at all.
As the days settled back and hunger grew, many drifted towards satiating their meaty thirsts. The place to go was the stall of Jammu and Kashmir that brought in their famous Vazwa preparations.
तेल हम लोग बहुत कम यूज़ करते हैं, इसमें तेल नहीं होता है ज़्यादा, जिसमें नेचुरल इसमें फैट जो होता है ना मटन के अंदर, उसी को वापस हम लोग उसमें ऐड करते हैं, तो उसी से ये बनता है। तेल का ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल नहीं होता है इसमें। बाकी जो स्पाइसेस है वो सारे लगते हैं, तो इसमें तीखापन कम होता है, स्वीटनेस ज़्यादा होता है, और हर डिश की अपनी अलग एक खासियत होती है और उसका अलग एक टेस्ट होता है। आपको वो एकदम बाय ऑर्डर खाना पड़ेगा, ये नहीं आपने उसमें से पहले खा लिया, ये बाद में खा लिया, इसका वो उस तरीका नहीं है। स्टार्ट जो होता है उसी हिसाब से वो करना पड़ता है, गोश्ताबा पे एंड होता है उसका।
From the hot kava to the traditional dishes like kebab, gustaba, rogan josh, rista, tabak maz, everything just spelled divine.
Over here I am on a meaty mutton marathon. As you can see, all these items are made up of mutton, and what is absolutely astonishing about is that how this one particular substance, mutton, has been used in various dishes differently, and it tastes entirely different. Now, as far as the kebab is concerned, my goodness, this is one succulent kebab. Really very nice.
When it comes to tribal food, the northeastern region has a rich variety. Dry ferns and herbs to pickled fish and dry chicken were there to taste. Tea or chai is the favorite evening drink that one could think of, but what I found here was called Jha. And amazingly tasty and salty tea from Uttarakhand. Adding a pinch of Jha powder to boiling water along with some white butter and salt is what makes this tribal goodness.
Now what I've just tasted is a tribal traditional tea from the lands of Uttarakhand, and I must say this is one very creamy and full of ghee tea that I've tasted for the first time in my life. This has a lot of nutritional value. It's called the Jha over there in Uttarakhand, and as far as the texture is concerned, it's really very warm and thicker than the normal tea, but then all in all it has a very high nutritional value and it is said to fight cancer. So a very healthy tea indeed. Well, I'm heading back to my tea over here. Until the next time, it's over to you, Teena.
Promoting people at indigenous levels strengthens their belief into the existing system and also gives them a chance to overcome their problems by doing what they do best. This festival was one such attempt. Well, with that, it's time for me to wrap up this episode of Colors of India. Do tune in same time next week for more cultural updates. Until then, take very good care. Goodbye.